Hello, Treyguard the 5th here. Now, this is going to be a new series. This time we're playing Game Dev Tycoon. If you're familiar with Roller Coaster Tycoon, it is indeed that sort of a game where you have a company and you build it up from the ground and not go bankrupt, hopefully. So just going to jump right in now. Welcome to Game Dev Tycoon. In this business simulation, you've been transported back in time to start your very own game development company right at the beginning of the PC revolution. In the next 35 years, you can build a dream company, create best-selling games, gain fans, and become the leader of the market. Before you can start your adventure, you have to give your upcoming company a name. Right. So I'm just gonna put that in there. Now, company name, let's see. Okay, so I've spent a few minutes thinking of a company name. I'm going to call it Beep Boop. Beep Boop Games. Okay, now to create a character. Let's see. That looks good. I'm going to look in the advanced options here. I'm just going to leave it on the recommended settings for now. So 35 years game length and pirate mode switched off. Let's begin. Okay, so now we have 70,000, well, I'm just going to call it pounds for now, 70,000 pounds in cash, and it is the first week of the first month of the first year, and we've got 0 fans. So let's develop a new game. Before development can begin, you have to decide what kind of game you want to create and give your game a name. You can also select which graphic technology your game should use. Your options are initially limited, but once you have a bit of experience, you'll be able to unlock new options. Okay, let's see. Let's pick the topic first, I think. Good spread of topics. Okay, and now we're going to go for, let's go with medieval. Let's pick a genre. Medieval action. And let's pick the G64. Actually, should I? Yeah, I'll just go with the G64. It's going to cost us 20,000 to actually develop on this. But it's got a 56% market share compared to the PC at only 44%. I'd say it's worth the risk. It's going to cost us 25,000 altogether in order to make this, and we're going to call it. Swords and Swords and Satchels. Okay, it's going to use text-based graphics here. That's going to add another 5,000 to it. So 25k altogether. Let's begin development. Game development runs through 3 stages. At the beginning of each stage, you can decide what areas of the game you want to focus on. Picking the right focus for your game greatly increases the points you generate. Think about what area is important for your game and decrease the focus on areas you think are less important. If you want to read a brief description of the different areas, please refer to the Help menu. Okay, so we've got to stage 1 development. Now, Swords and Satchels, medieval action game on the G64. I think we can tone things down on story and quests a bit. Action game. Gonna go all in on the engine. Put a bit of focus on the gameplay. So this preview here shows us the ratio of the time that's going to be allocated to each of these 3 things in this development stage. So we're going to spend a lot of time on the engine, a bit of time on the gameplay, and hardly any time on the story and quests. Let's get that going. Got these points up here. Oh, game development's now started. While developing a game, you'll generate game points, which you can see bubbling up. Game points divided into design points and technology points. The more points you generate, the better the game will be. From time to time, there will also be bug points generated. These points become less likely once you gain experience. Bugs should be fixed before the game is released and increase the development time and cost. Okay, We're also getting research points as well that we can use to unlock stuff as we go along. Okay, so we're not going to need much in the way of dialogues. Put a lot of time into the artificial intelligence though, as well as a bit of time in the level design. Should be good. During development, you can also select additional features for your game. Right now, you can only pick basic sounds, but your options will increase quickly. Selecting additional features makes the game generally better, but also increases its cost. You will also see the graphic type you selected when you define the game. This is just to remind you of your choice. You cannot change the type of graphics mid-game. Okay, so yeah, let's keep the basic sounds in there. So that's going to cost us 5k. Let's see. I think we can tone things down on the sound just a little bit. Definitely want to go all in on the graphics though. I think that looks good. Now you see that timer up there? Whenever it hits that, there's 4 weeks in a single month, and on the first week, the rent for our little studio gets taken out of our cash. So we're going to have to keep making games to keep up with the rent. The development of your first game is now complete. You can press the finish button to publish your game, but you should only do that once you fix the majority of bugs. We've got 5 bugs in there right now. Releasing a game without fixing bugs can severely affect your ratings, so you should only ever consider that if you need the cash and you can't afford to wait. So let's work out the last of those bugs. There we go. Release swords and satchels. The development of your game is now finished. While developing games, you gain experience and improve your skills. When development is completed, you'll be presented with a summary of the experience gained. And here's that summary. So we've got some bonus XP for getting a new topic and using a new combo as well. And we've gained experience in all these different categories of game development, as well as experience for us as well personally. So let's release it. Oh! The game is now complete and will be handed off to publishing. We should see the reviews and sales coming in for the game soon. First reviews for a newly released game, Swords and Satchels, came in. 7, nice experience, 5-star games. 7, beautiful by Informed Gamer. Another 7, enjoyable, from Game Hero. Is it going to be all 7s? Nope, it's a 6. I like it, all games. Very good score, good start. After publishing a game, you can invest a little bit of time to analyse your creation and generate a game report. Game reports are a great way to gain research points as well as valuable insights into what works and what doesn't work when developing a game. Generate a game report, close this message and then click anywhere on the screen to bring up the action menu, like so. Let's generate that game report. Beep Boop Games, a newcomer in the game industry, has just released their first game, Swords and Satchels. The game received favourable reviews. With such a good start, Beep Boop Games is sure to gain fans quickly. And there we go, it's selling. It's selling a lot. Swords and Satchels sold 3,636 units in its first week on the market. We made it in the charts at number 21. Not bad for a little startup, eh? Now that your game is on sale, you receive the income from the game every week. You can see how well your game is doing by looking at the sales graph in the top right of the screen. And it was so successful, we now have 23 fans. Oh, game reports are a great way to gain more research points and new insights. It pays off to generate a report for each new game re-release. Now that you've completed your first game report, it's a good idea to look at the research menu. Open the research menu, close this message and click anywhere on the screen to bring up the action menu. But first, let's take a look at that report. Medieval and action is a great combination. Level design seems quite important this time came, and the platform and genre match. Matching G64 to the action games, that's good. Okay. Swords and Satchels has achieved a company sales record of over 10k units sold. It's an important milestone in the history of Beep Boop games. Okay, so let's see what we can do here. Now, I'm actually just going to click all the way over here for a sec so I can see the whole screen here. But I haven't actually commented yet, you know, due to being inundated with tutorials, on what I've got going on in this garage here. I mean, we've got Pong up on the wall, held on bits of sellotape. We've got a really old, what's that, 80's microcomputer here. And we got, you know, just sneaking away in the corner, just a DeLorean under a sheet. Explains how we got here, eh? Right, let's see. Let's get some research done. Research is important to unlock new options and make better games. You should try to save enough research points to be able to create your own game engine. This will greatly improve your games. Hint, try to develop games with different topic and genre combinations for a slight research boost. Okay, well, the custom game engine is 50 research points at the moment. We've only got 23. So let's just get a new topic for now. Evolution, I think. Let's research that. So far we've got 98.1, actually 104.6 thousand in cash, and we've got 84 fans. It's a good start. Okay, we've researched evolution. Now let's crank out another game while Swords and Satchels is still winding down on its sales. This time, let's do it on the PC. It's going to cost us 5,000 to actually develop on this. It's got a lower market share than the G64. But we're going to be using our new topic, evolution, on this one. Ever heard of Spore? An evolution simulation game on the PC. We're going to call it, and I hope I spell this correctly, Amoeba. I think I might have misspelt that, honestly. Bit of a tricky word, amoeba. And now, let's see. We've got some money to spare. Let's upgrade to 2D graphics. V1. Let's start developing on that. Let's see. Engine's going to be super important. Story and quests, nah. Gameplay, just a bit. But mostly the engine. It is a simulation game after all. Okay, artificial intelligence, super important. Dialogues and level design, not so much. Okay, Swords and Satchels is now off the market. It sold 15,665 units, generating 109,685 in sales. That did well. Right. Graphics, super important. Sound, yeah, kind of. I think we might actually need a bit of world design on this one, to be honest. I'm just going to keep the sound and the world design level. There we go. Now I just need to deal with those bugs. And there we go. Bug-free game. Got a new record on the technology score. There's a new topic and a new combo. Let's release Amoeba. Recent market studies suggest that the Commodore G64 is steadily outselling competitors in the PC sector. Consumers prefer the lower price, greater availability and the flexible hardware configuration over other home computers. Okay, so that means the PC is just not going to have the same market share as the G64. So by releasing a game on the PC, it's probably not going to do as well as a game on the G64 would, but hopefully the topic and genre combination on that platform should make up for it. Experts say that this might spell the end of competing hardware manufacturers. The reviews are in. 7, good game, by Star Games. And a 5, have seen better, by Informed Gamer. 6, quirky but good, Game Hero. And another 6, could have been better, All Games. Not quite as good a score as the previous one, but it's not bad. Let's generate a game report on that. Still getting fans, still selling units, it's not bad. It's a decent game. Our post-release license of Amiibo is complete and we get the following results. Evolution and simulation is a great combination. Engines seem to be quite important in this type of game. Well, let's not slow down just yet. Do another one G64 this time. Gonna go with fantasy this time. Fantasy. I mean, we've just done an action game just recently, so let's just go fantasy RPG. I'm gonna call it Well, I was going to call it Ultimate Phantasm, but it doesn't really make sense for a fantasy game. Ultimate... not Delirium. Ooh! How about... I'll just call it Fantasia and be done with it. Right, story and quest, super important here. Engine, not quite so much. Do need a good bit of gameplay in there though. We better knock this one out as soon as we can. Amiibo's sales are starting to slow down. Plenty of dialogues, very little in the way of artificial intelligence, but a good bit of level design. According to rumours, the Japanese company Ninvento is planning to launch its very own home gaming console. Ninvento is known for the widely successful arcade game Dinky King. Many industry experts doubt that home gaming consoles will take off, but we are eager to see what Ninvento will deliver. Hindsight is 2020, don't you think? Let's see. Loads of world design. Graphics not so much of a big deal here. Here we go. New record for the design score here. Clear out those bugs and go. Leveled up on our engine skill. Let's release Fantasia. Just in time for Amiibo to come off the market. Ah, 6, they're focused on story and quests, serve this game very well. 5 has seen better. 6 shows potential. 7, nice experience. Pretty good all around. As for Amiibo, I'm going to start up the game report on Fantasia. Amiibo is now off the market. It sold 15,422 units, generating 107,982 in sales. Let's see. It sold 15.7. Okay, so it didn't sell quite as many units as Swords and Satchels did. It made more of a profit though. yeah, sure, the overall income isn't quite as much. But then, the PC was cheaper to develop for anyway, so we got a better profit off of, developing something for the PC compared to developing something for the G64. Now we have enough research points to actually research creating our own game engine. Contracts have now been unlocked. To see available contracts, close this message and click anywhere on the screen to bring up the action menu. Hi there, I've just finished Fantasia and impressed by your talent. I'm in the contracting business, so we could use skills like yours. If you're ever short on cash, just let me know and I'll see if I have some work for you. Jason. Okay, so those are little side projects that we can do in order to drum up a bit more cash if necessary. Our post-release analysis of Fantasia is complete and we've got the following results. Fantasy and RPG is a great combination. Dialogues, they're very important for this type of game. And the platform genre match is good. RPGs do well on the G64. Right. Okay, so I'm going to research the custom game engine now. We're building up quite a bit of a nest egg. Today, Nintendo has confirmed recent rumours and announced their plans to release a new gaming console called the TS early next year. The console features cartridge-based games and a uniquely designed controller. Confirming recent rumours, announcing plans to release a new console, and featuring cartridge-based games and a uniquely designed controller. Isn't history weird how it tends to be cyclic like that? Nearly done with the research here. And here we go. Now you can create your own game engines. To get started, close this message, click anywhere to bring up the action menu. Let's just poke our nose into here for a second. So, linear story, 2D graphics version 2 and save game. That's what we've got available if we were to make it a new engine right now. So, if we cram all that in, that'd be 90,000. Although, right, we can't actually research anything else right now. Okay. I don't like the idea of developing a custom engine this close to Fantasia's sales winding down. Much rather start working on that towards the beginning of the sales of the game. So, for now, let's just develop a new game. I'm going to go for the Wild West one this time. Wild West Adventure on the PC. Lower development costs, so that will save us cash. Let us put more into the engine that we make afterwards. I'm going to call it That's Tennessee, not exactly Tennessee. Give me a sec. Okay, so it turns out I did not know how to spell Tennessee, but I've looked it up. T-E-N-N-E-S-S-E. Tennessee Ranger. And let's start development on that. Hi Tragar the 5th, we are the creators of Game Dev Tycoon. We would like to thank you very much for purchasing the game and supporting us. Well, okay then. Welcome. So the very first game means a lot to us and enjoying it. Yeah, this game was made back in the, I think it was the early to mid 2010s, I think it was. In fact, just give me a second. Yeah, looked up, this game was actually released back in 2012. I wonder what this indie company's been doing since then. Okay. Now back to developing Tennessee Ranger. Let's see. Right, an adventure game. Definitely want a bit of engine in there. Let's keep the gameplay and the story and quests sort of level. I think. Here we go. Okay, now level design, gonna need plenty of that. A bit of artificial intelligence. Not quite so heavy on the dialogue though, but you know, a bit. Now, world design, gonna need plenty of that. Take it easy on graphics and sound while we're at it. Contagious off the market now. Sold 18.6 thousand units. Generated 130.7 thousand sales. And one last bug. And Tennessee Rage is all ready to go. And loads of level ups as well. Now we can research game tutorials and mono sound. In fact, I'll do just that. Here's the reviews of Tennessee Ranger. 5, seen better. 4, meh. 3, pretty bad. 5 has its moments. Our first mediocre game. Hopefully we don't make too many more games like that though. But we're really going to need to make this engine next. And now the TES has been released. Generate a game report, find out what went wrong with Tennessee Ranger there. Okay, so Wild West and Adventure is a bad combination apparently, and world design seems to be very important for this type of game. Okay. Right, let's make this engine now. We've got mono sound, save games, linear story, and 2D graphics version 2. This is going to drain a lot of our cash, but this is reinvesting into the games that we're making, and the games that we make with this engine should be better than the ones that we were making before. So let's see. I'm going to call it Horizon. You're now creating your own custom game engine. Once the engine's finished, you'll be able to use it when creating new games. Hopefully the sales of Tennessee Ranger hold out while we get this done. Oh, game's off the market now, but we're nearly done with the Horizon engine. Yeah, definitely our worst selling game, that one. And wait for it. Your new game engine, Horizon, is now complete. Congratulations, your first custom game engine is now ready to try using it in your next game. Actually, just going to pause for a second. And I'm actually going to leave it at that for this episode now. So, next episode, our fans didn't really like Tennessee Ranger all that much. It was our worst selling game, it didn't do well, it hasn't earned us that much money at the moment, and we're now down to 72.8 thousand. So what we need to do next episode is make a new game with a brand new Horizon engine, and we got to make sure it's a good one, because things are not looking great at the moment. So anyway, if you like the video, then please like, subscribe and share it, and thank you for watching. I'll see you next time. Bye.